Netflix getting some scrutiny again after the release of their new docu-series Colin in Black and White, in which former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick compared the NFL draft process to slavery. Take a look.
Before they put you on the field, teams poke, prod, and examine you, searching for any defect that might affect your performance. No boundary respected, no dignity left intact.
Unbelievable. Kaepernick spent half a decade asking NFL teams to give him another shot in the league, and now he's decided that actually being an NFL player is, as what you see here in the movie, is like being a slave. Yeah. Joining me now is former NFL safety and White House appointee Jack Brewer. Jack, thank you for being with us.
Great to be here, Bob.
I just want you to tell us what your reaction is as somebody, as an African American who played in the NFL and had that incredible opportunity and obviously very well paid opportunity. What do you think of Colin Kaepernick comparing the NFL Combine to a slave auction, which is what he did in that video?
I don't know. I mean, I went to the Combine, and if I'm a slave, I'm a pretty blessed slave, man. Beautiful family, live in a great country, all the freedoms that we have. You know, this sick and disgusting messaging from Colin Kaepernick. I call it the Colin Kaepernick doctrine. It's really pouring into the hearts and minds of so many young Black youth across this nation. And it's that victim mentality that really is going to be the detriment. And you're already seeing it. You're reading the math proficiency levels. Whenever you take a population that's already underserved and you start pouring in these excuses, and where you can even have multimillionaires, National Football League players, who now are believing that for some reason you're a slave. You know, it's really a disrespect to the men and women who died during slavery, the men and women who died fighting against slavery. No matter if it's white or Black people, forget it. A million white people had to fight to help end slavery too. And so you're disrespecting everybody. You're disrespecting this nation and all that we fought for to become equal. And you're also disrespecting folks around the world. Where there's 17, 18 million slaves still today, and you have millions and millions of people trying to come to the United States of America to chase the American dream and not have the opportunities that we're all afforded. And then we have one of our most high-profile Black leaders in our nation now, for some reason, trying to push this incredibly ignorant doctrine upon these poor kids. I just won't stand for it. I'll speak against it loudly, because I think there is an anti-American spirit, an anti-Christ spirit that comes with Colin Kaepernick that we all must stand against.
Do you think that some people in the NFL, perhaps current or former players who have been supportive of Kaepernick, is there any chance in your mind that some of them may say, okay, well, this really does go too far? I mean, to say that the NFL Combine is a slave auction. I mean, because to your point, it's poison. I mean, it's ugly. Do you think there might be some NFL players who say enough is enough, or are they just going to be quiet and let this go?
I do. I think you'll have more coming out and standing against it. I think there's a lot more, normal-minded NFL players that you might see. A lot of folks feel pressure, from the whole BLM movement and a lot of what the left is trying to promote. They feel obligated to lock arms with Colin Kaepernick because he kneeled to the American flag. Unfortunately, I think a lot of athletes and entertainers, anyone who's felt the success and accomplished success in America, has no right to speak like this, because they're living examples of the opposite. And so for you try to hypnotize and use hypocrisy, really, when talking about everything that this country is affording people, it's really insincere. And I don't know. I hope more come out, but it wouldn't surprise me if more don't. We're in a weird time in our history. I work with young African American kids all the time, every day. I have a youth center. We pour our heart and soul into these kids. We're dealing with a different type of spiritual battle right now in this nation. That's the reason why I talk about it. It gives me no pleasure to come out and speak about things like this, but you almost have an obligation as a Christian man. You have an obligation as an American to stand up to this type of doctrine because it's not about me or you, Buck. It's about those young, vulnerable, most vulnerable inner city kids that 70% of the black kids don't have fathers already, that are influenced by this garbage that they see on TV and media companies like Netflix. That's what we're standing up against. It's a bigger picture than that. And so this is one that's not about us. It's not about our families that we can teach. It's about all those kids that are in those broken homes that don't have someone to come and explain what really this nation is about. That's being lost in our country right now.